My first date with Chad was probably the studio. That was my routine. I went to my client's house, then I went at the studio, took care of a little business there too. And he was like, hey, I'll pick you up to go to the studio today. And he came to pick me up. I can remember my daddy was outside and he remembered and he was like, hey. Because again, we haven't seen him since, high school. He came in the kitchen and he was like, your dad let me in. I don't know what you have going on with these other dudes, but I like you. And I was like, okay, this is refreshing, And me and Chad, it just was so easy. From that day on, I think we spent maybe 8 months every day together. So, like I said, it was just super easy. It just came natural. I do remember when Chad proposed to me. It was before I had my daughter, Christian. And for me, I was 23, 24. So being married and making a promise to God was like super scary to me. So I do believe I act like I didn't hear him and kept talking. That was easier. And I had to marinate. Then our life just went to having Christian, him going to jail. And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna stick with him through this, help however I can. And we decided then we were gonna get married. I remember the first time I told Chad I was pregnant. Actually, I realized I was pregnant. Floyd Mayweather was fighting, and I was in New York, and him and Floyd Mayweather are good friends. And I was like, that little dude, he was like 125. Then when I saw him fight, I'm like, whoa. So I never forget that. And I got sick. I got really sick, and I came back like maybe 2 days later, and I went to the doctor, and I found out I was pregnant, and he was just like, yay. And I'm like, no, because he already had kids. I don't have any kids. This is life-changing to me. So, it wasn't a big ordeal. Not with him, he was happy about it. One of my fondest memories of Chad is him actually saving my life. During the time Sweet James Jones, that project was coming out, and I was pregnant then, and I was feeling bad, like that week and the week before, and he was just about to leave to go on tour for the album, and I was taking a shower and I passed out. And I woke up, I was dressed, and then I passed out again. I was on a stretcher. And I woke up again and I was in the hospital. Like I said, I had an ectopic pregnancy, so I was maybe 3 to 4 months old, so literally I was bleeding to death. And I can hear you call my mom when we got to the hospital, and my mom voice travels. And she said, what's her blood pressure? And the nurse took my blood pressure and she hit the machine. And she said, it's 80/60. So I wasn't supposed to be here. I passed out again, and then I woke up again. They were reeling me off, and I can hear Chad saying, don't take anything out my wife that you don't need to. And he saved my life, so that have to be one of my fondest memories, because I was telling him, oh, you go, I'm gonna be all right, And luckily, he stayed. Chad made me feel at ease just by being him and knowing that he was gonna support, knowing he was gonna be there, just wanting to know what the sex was, just happy about it. So I couldn't be too depressed, but that still, for me, it was life-changing. But he was there the whole time. He was there when she was delivered. And actually, Christian was the first child he saw delivered. So he proved that, again, he was gonna be a great father.